Good morning, everybody. We were studying about the electoral politics, about the nomination of candidates, what are the education qualifications for a candidate, are they necessary? It is left on the public if it is said that it requires a election sorry education qualification, then there will be a lot of people who won't be able to contest in the election. Then we studied about the campaigning, election campaign, how the political parties used slogans. We read about Garibi Hatao, remove poverty in the year 1971, used by Indira Gandhi. Then Save Democracy, used by Janata Party. Protect the self-respect of Telugus, used by Telugu Desam Party. Recently we had Garibi Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. Such type of slogans are used to come into the political arena and to make a government. Then we studied why we need elections in Indian, what makes elections in India democratic. They are free and fair. All rich or poor or any caste can give their votes. They cannot be bribed. We have an independent election commission which takes care of elections, that they are held in proper manner without any problems. So after having this, we come to popular participation. Now, how public takes its plays a role. So if the election processes is not free or fair, people will not continue to participate in the exercise. Exercise means the process of elections. First, we can say that people's participation in election is usually measured by voter turnout, means how many voters have come to give their vote. So that's what voters turnout figures. Figures means the numbers that is given. How many percentage? You can say how many percentage. Elections are counted in percentage. 55%, 54% people have casted their votes. Turnout indicates the percent of eligible voters who actually cast their votes. And as India became independent in the year 1947 and first elections were held in the year 1951 onwards. So we can say in last 50 years or so, over the last 50 years, it's a comparison between the two nations, two countries. The turnout in Europe and North America has declined, but in India, the turnout has either remained stable or actually gone up. So it has been represented by a graph, as this is the graph that is shown for the UK and India. Says कि as this percentage wise it was much higher before in early years 1991, but as we are moving towards 2005 the graph has come down, but India's graph is almost stable or gone up. In India, the poor, illiterate and underprivileged people people vote in large proportion, as compared to rich and privileged section. So you can say that rich people are on the tour for the businesses. They are not in the country. They may be outside the state also, in other cities, and they have to look for the business, so they don't have time. But for poor people who are not doing anything, these people, poor people have not much work, they are free, so they just think that we should go and stand in a line queue and give the vote for a better government. This is in contrast to Western democracies. Because when you talk about the Americas, United States of Americas, they out there most people are educated. So less people are poor. They vote less. The rich people go and vote, give their vote to a party. And this is opposite in India. So for example, we are taking the USA. Poor people, African American, those people who were brought to America from Africa as slaves, but they got their citizenship out there. So the first citizen, African American, and Hispanics vote much less than the rich and the whites people. In India, we can say that common people in India attach a lot of importance to election. They feel, means the people of India feel that through elections, they can bring pressure on political parties to adopt policies and programs favorable to them. It's a matter. The poor people think that their vote matters in the way things are running in the country. Now, the interest of voters in election related activities has been increasing over the years. So during the election of 2004, in 2004 election, more than 1/3 voters took part took part in a campaign related activities. More than half of the people identified identified themselves as being close to one of the political parties. It says that one out of every 7 voters is a member of a one out of every 7 voter is a member of a political party. Means participation. Now people are having no work. They feel that this is one of the nice chance or an opportunity to get interacted with other person, to make our popularity, to know people by names and by locations where they stay, has become an opportunity for everyone to know people and to understand their demand, their need, what things are lacking in the area. That's why everyone has to take a participation. Now let's take the outcomes of India's election speaks for itself. The ruling parties routinely lose elections in India, both at the national and state level. In fact, in every 2 out of the 3 election held in the last 15 years, the ruling party lost. Means in any state, when one party is ruling, when we have the next election, the ruling party loses the election and any other party comes to power. For the next 5 years, that party runs, and when again the next elections are arriving, people give vote, and we find out that the ruling party lost and another party has taken over. In US, an incumbent or sitting elected representative rarely loses an election. But when you compare to India, in India, about half of the sitting MPs and MLAs lose election. Candidate who are known to have spent a lot of money on buying votes and those with known criminal connections often lose elections. Then we have barring very few disputed elections. The electoral outcomes are usually accepted as people's verdict by the defeated party. They have been accepted कि भाई voters have not chosen them. It can be wrong also. Maybe some cheatings can be done, but lot of things just keep on going.